it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. Today we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. As we'll see, the Colorado State Rams taking on the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Rams will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Broncos offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Back to pass, it's Madsen. Right on the money. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
And the Broncos can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, running back gets the give. Gets it past the marker. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Broncos with the 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Touchdown, Broncos! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Colorado State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. A matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Makes the grab. It's Winfield. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Scanning the field, it's Fowler DeColosi. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Rams in a good spot here with second and short. Just keeps slinging it. Finds his tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. Makes the catch. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Catch in the middle, it's Avant. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Off play action. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That's reeled in. It's Avant. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He will need some oomph in this one, a 51-yard attempt, and from the right side. The field goal is no good, and they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking to pass, it's Madsen. Fires to the tight end. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking downfield very late in the half. It's complete on the right side. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Tight end finds a soft spot. That should be the final play of the first half. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above the Smurf turf.
Just about set to get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Back to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. He's got it. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
The Rams trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Still running at the 40. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
I really like how the quarterback was just able to turn the page that time, right? On first down, he got sacked. Now it's second, and it's long, and it's an obvious passing situation. A lot of guys would be worried they're going to get sacked again. Clock's going off. This guy was just poised. He saw a lane. He took off. And not only did he get a couple yards, he picked up the first down. This guy needs to keep scrambling.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Dropping back, it's Fowler Nicolosi, using the back as a receiver on the screen. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime they were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Winfield. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Colorado State.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Extra point here will tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Madsen. With the catch, it's Marshall. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. At the 40, there he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
He wants to throw it again. That's caught. It's Marshall. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll go to the counter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. They move on top here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. He's taking the deep shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And this is a big 3rd down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack. Because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man on the right. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Makes the catch. It's Winfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Winfield. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Avant. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Second down.